Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here at Banknote Trading, where we take a look at the US dollar pairs in the Forex market. Today, we'll start with taking a look at Euro USD on the 4-hour chart, and we'll stop back at the current range. Of course, this is just the overall range swing structure, dates back months, with this being the higher low from previous lows, and this the high where sellers stepped back in and started this downtrend. Price started to consolidate, but on a local level, we see that this is still in a range, but bearish more locally. As you can see here, it's more of the 4-hour range. But this is the lower high from the highs that made this low, and then buyers step back in. Now we see the structure that has broken to the upside, but it's really just a reaction from this area of supply. And prices start to push back down. So right now we're just looking to see if this can sustain this break of structure and head back up, possibly more into premium, and see if any type of momentum shift can take prices back down toward this higher low. There's liquidity sitting under these lows, and this will be the low to be targeted if sellers are able to step back in and continue this downtrend. But like I said, overall, this is just back into a range. As you can see, this consolidation area where price is still in, with this being somewhat of support and this being resistance. And that dates back months, like I said, back to this area of support. So waiting to see if momentum can pick up, because like I said, right now, it is internally bullish, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, broke structure. But overall, this is the lower high. It can take this, take prices back down. GBP USD, let's go map out the current range. It's much more in a bearish push. Lower highs from these highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Of course, buyers step back in, as we've been saying, possibly a V-shaped recovery, structure break to the upside. There's still liquidity sitting over these highs. There's a supply area here that price could come back to, and it does retrace back into premium if it does. But right now, as you can see more locally on the 4-hour level, this is just in a range consolidation. Even though it did break structure to the upside, it's just in this current consolidation where buyers did step back up and still break structure, but it's just consolidating right now. Waiting to see if any type of momentum can push prices under these lows or above these highs. Like I said, if it does go above these highs, I'm looking for any type of sell opportunity in premium in order to push prices back down and target the lows of this overall range. And we'll briefly take a look at DXY. So the dollar index continues to struggle to get past 100, but we do know this is a bullish swing structure. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Came back to retrace, did break structure to the downside, but just considering this a retracement as price is reacting to this area of supply right now. And it's still in that area of supply. It dipped below it. Started to break fractal structure to the upside. Hasn't really broken internal structure. I'd have to get past these highs, take out some of this liquidity in order for me to consider this a higher low from these lows to continue the bullish push to highs out of this range. AUD USD, let's go map at the current range. This is still in consolidation as no highs or lows have been taken out of this range. Of course, it's a lower high from these highs, lower low, lower high, but didn't make it lower low. So we know that buyers step back in, and you can see it broke structure, price broke structure to both sides. Broke structure to the upside, broke structure to the downside. So we're reading just in this range. This, of course, overall, just in this overall range with support and resistance. So waiting to see if any decision can be made and prices pick up momentum to the downside. Let's take out these lows, and if it does, I'd expect it to take out these lows as well. But if you do get bullish with any type of dollar news, then it would have a long way to go to take out this liquidity and then target the higher end of the overall range. NZD USD, let's go map at the current range. course, you know, from this bear flag, this made a lower high from these highs, and it's the lower low. Buyer step back in. Broke structure to the upside, but of course consolidating, just like looks similar to pound dollar, consolidating sideways, waiting to see any momentum pick up. Would expect it to take out the lows and continue this bearish swing. I would rather have this retrace back into premium and target an area of supply, but doesn't have to do that. And like I said yesterday, this is just could view this as an area, an ascending channel. We're starting to dip below that, so expecting just momentum to pick up to the downside and target the lows of the overall range. Looking for any type of opportunity, selling opportunity on a lower time frame, because it looks like it is out of this descending channel, but also support is still here for the range that it's in. So just waiting to see if momentum can pick up. If it does start to look like it's going to target these lows, and go to the lower time frame and try to get an entry to target the lows of the overall range. So that's all I have for today. Thank you for joining us.